Hello friends, I'm here today to start a reading vlog that hopefully you will see on July 4th. I wanted something kind of in the theme of July 4th to post for the day. Excuse me, since it's on a Monday and that's the day that I try to post. So, I had originally thought maybe military romances or historical set in America, but I just don't have enough of those to give you a good recommendations video. So we are going to do a red, white, and blue themed reading vlog. So I have 3 books, red, white, and blue spines. That's what I came up with. That's what we're gonna go with. So for red, I have Everything for You by Liese. This is book 5 in her Bergman Brothers series, and this is Oliver Bergman and I believe his teammate, rival, I'm not entirely sure which. It says it is a steamy, slow burn, enemies to lovers sports romance. I have the audiobook for that on hold. It says available soon, so hopefully that comes in. For white, I have Make It Sweet by Kristen Callihan. I believe he is a baker, and okay, so she is a celebrity and she goes to this estate and finds the owner's grandson, and he is a grumpy ex-hockey player who bakes. And then for blue, I have Collided by Lauren Asher. The spine is more blue than the cover. Make It Sweet, I believe, actually is on KU, but I think the audio is on there too. I need to double check that. And then this one is on KU as well. But this one is Sophie and Liam, I believe. Yeah, her dad is a team principal for Formula One, and Liam races for a different team. So I'm super excited for all of these. They're ones that I've been wanting to get to. And then when the red, white, and blue idea popped into my head and I was looking at my TBR shelves, I was just like, these 3. So I'm going to get started on reading these, and I will talk to you when I have an update. Hey guys, so it is a couple of days later. I was slowly, first of all, let me say this. I started Make It Sweet by Kristen Callihan, and I was slowly reading the ebook, but today's Thursday, and I really should be at work, but things have been frustrating lately, the past couple of weeks, and so I was awake a lot last night, hurting, and then when I woke up this morning, or when the alarm went off this morning, and I was just like, I don't think I can do it today. I can't do it, so I took a sick day. But I have been reading, and I watched a few YouTube videos, not quite as many YouTube videos as I need to get through my Watch Later playlist, but yeah, so I'm really liking this. It's about Emma, who is an actress. I kind of feel like in like kind of a Game of Thrones type show. Excuse me. And at the beginning of this, they're at a table read for the season finale, and she finds out at the table read in front of everybody with no clue that it was happening that her character is being killed off. Which, like, obviously I'm not an actress, so I don't know, but I feel like that would be devastating to not even have a clue that it's coming. So she, like, goes back to the place where she stays while they're filming, because they're on, like on location set, and finds her boyfriend cheating on her. So she, instead of going home to, I believe she said she has a house in LA. She goes to this friend of her grandmother's, like, estate. I feel like it's somewhere in, like maybe Northern California. I don't think it said very exactly where it was at. But there she meets the grumpy grandson of her grandmother's friend. And like, we as readers know that he bakes and he's making all these treats because like she likes them, or he sees that she likes them. And he like makes notes of, or makes like mental notes of like which flavors she likes and which ones she doesn't really enjoy, and like which ones she'll eat and which ones she stays away from. And he's like basically baking for this whole estate, but to her taste. And I thought that was so sweet. Excuse me, but yeah, he is an ex-hockey player who had to quit for concussions. Basically, he got hit really hard, and basically, I think it's in like the prologue that he gets hit really hard, I believe during a game. And he kind of had to make that decision to step away and not see his mental health deteriorate, because he's a hockey player, so he's seen what all of these hits and what all these concussions will do to people, and he kind of had to make that choice for himself not to let it get that bad. And I really appreciate that. I feel like a lot of times with sports romances where the person who plays the sport is hurt, I feel like they are physically hurt and physically cannot play the game. But I appreciate on this one that it's his mental, like it's the mental side of it. He had to make that choice. It wasn't something that he didn't have to stop playing, but he recognized that for his friends, for his family, for himself, you know, in order for him to be him, he needed to make that choice. And even though it is killing him to not play, that's what he has to do. And I really appreciate that. Excuse me. Right now, I'm about 50% of the way through, I guess. Maybe a little over 50%. And they're at a wedding for her co-star, which I feel like I'm missing something on that story. So is this a sequel? Somebody tell me. Because I really enjoy Kristen Callihan's writing, and unless like shit hits the fan in the second half, I don't see why I wouldn't pick up more from her. So recommendations. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I really like the baking. I really like that even though it was pretty instant attraction to each other, they haven't really like played on those, they haven't really like acted on those feelings. There was a little scene in the pool, but I feel like they have other things that they both need to work through before they can be together. And I'm really liking that seems to be what is happening. That they are trying to work through those things, but also learn more about each other. And yeah, really enjoying this so far. Like I said, unless just shit hits the fan in the second half, we should be on track to start this reading vlog. Maybe even with a 5-star at this point. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to take a shower. The hair's kind of blah. And then, yeah, I don't know. I may just keep reading. That may just be what happens all day today. So, we'll see. Hey, y'all. So, let me hold it up right. I just finished Make It Sweet by Kristen Callihan. Oh, I spoke too soon with my last update. I'm going to give it 3 stars. Everything I liked about the first half of it was not in the second half. In the first half, like, I thought it was going to be kind of a, like, flirtatious, or in the first half, they were really flirtatious. They were really, like, back and forth. He was grumpy. She was trying to get him out of it. And then, like, right after the last update, when I said they were at the wedding, they hook up and get together. And so that kind of goes away because then it all just becomes like the sexy times and saying they're connected. And then the other thing that I said I really liked, that he was able to recognize that he needed to not play hockey anymore. That kind of went out the window because he got an offer and was just like, yeah, I can do it. And I was like, 3 chapters ago you had a migraine from driving, but you're gonna play hockey? So yeah, I ended up giving it 3 stars. I think I would be interested in other Kristen Callihans, unless, like, those of y'all who've read it, unless you tell me that that happens a lot. Like, the first half is way different from the second half, because, like, I really enjoyed the first half, but it was downhill from there. So, my audiobook hold came through for Everything for You, so it's the weekend, so I'm not going to listen to that yet. So I do think I am going to get started on Collided by Lauren Asher. Yeah, kind of disappointed with the first read, but oh well. Hey guys, so today at work I listened to Everything for You by Liese. Oh, I loved this so much. So I'm gonna give this 5 stars. Honestly, it was probably like between a 4.5 or between a 4 and a 5, but I don't do half stars, and I'm gonna round up because I think this one just deserves it. So this one is Oliver and Gavin. They are teammates. They're a little bit kind of towards each other because Gavin is kind of, I guess you'd call him a grumpy, but like, I don't know. I feel like they started their careers at different times, and so it's like a different like mindset. And then Oliver is super sunshiny, and he always just like really wants to like encourage his teammates. And like, I think at one point they're in practice and somebody like trips him, or he trips them, I forget what happened, and then like he helps him up, and that like makes Gavin mad. He's like, you gotta be intense. And yeah, so they're very opposite in the way that they go about things, but I thought it was super sweet. That I'm so out of breath, I don't know why. Spoilers if you haven't read the book. One of the main kind of things is that Gavin is older, and he's kind of coming towards the end of his career, and he knows that he is physically reaching a point where he can no longer play soccer. I don't think I said that, but this is soccer romance. But yeah, he's kind of reaching that point, and he's in pain a lot. I think it was something to do with his back. I listened to it, and I think it had something to do with his back. I don't remember that for sure, but there was something about pain, and Oliver like took care of him and helped him. I think they like drove to work. Maybe it was his knees because he couldn't drive. I don't remember. But then like Oliver has anxiety about plane rides, and so like Gavin like holds his hand through the like difficult parts of the flight when they're on their way to a game, and I thought it was just super sweet. And like, honestly, it gave me like Ted Lasso, Roy Kent vibes, which I didn't know was something that I would ship, but maybe it is because I loved this. So that is the red and the white books completed. I have started Collided, but I have not really gotten very far. It's actually, I think I'm like 25% of the way through, but I don't feel like much of the romance story started very quickly. It was a lot of setup. The main character has lived a very sheltered life. Her dad like runs one of the F1 teams, and then the love interest is a driver for a different team, and he's recently gotten in trouble for sleeping with the niece of somebody who runs the team, I think is what it was. And he's got kind of that like, I'm never gonna fall in love, it's not worth it kind of mindset, because his best friend growing up ended up becoming his sister-in-law, and she dies in childbirth in the prologue. So he's very jaded, traumatized by that. I don't know what the word I'm trying to think of is, but yeah. Basically, she's lived a very she has lived a very sheltered life and has decided that she's going to go around the world during this F1 season, and she is going to, I think she called it the fuck it list instead of a bucket list of just things she wants to do, and some of them are kind of dirty. And I think the last scene I read was she took the list to a karaoke night out with her, and he ended up seeing it, and now he's like, we're gonna do the list. I think that's all that I've read so far. That's all I remember anyway. But yeah, I will come back when I have more of an update on that one. Hey guys, so it is Saturday night now. We are away from home for the weekend of the 4th, and honestly, I just finished Collided today on our way here. I was really disappointed by this one. I'm going to give it 3 stars, I think. It was just so slow and so boring, and I found I didn't care whether or not the couple like made it through. And then they did a whole friends with benefits thing that I didn't care about either, because I feel like that's a cop-out for a friends to lovers. I feel like the friends to benefits just doesn't need to happen. But that is going to be my vlog. Hopefully, like I said, it is Saturday. This needs to go up Monday. Hopefully the Wi-Fi in this house works well enough to upload. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time.